All right, so now what you're about to witness here is basically the algorithm forcing me to allow computer to get a bucket, relatively easy bucket. So let's just go ahead and pay it all the way through. All right, now, okay, so I've been trailing this guy right here, Kennard. I've been trailing Kennard for a little minute, right? A few seconds. I typically like to trail CPU from a nice little distance, especially when I'm fast enough to close out when they get the ball. But I've been trailing him, right? So I know what route he's going to run. I already understand how this game goes. So when he cuts in, I know he's not going to get the ball. The computer's not going to pass him that. So I know he's going to come back out. So he comes back out, and I know he's going to do what? He's going to go back in, right? So obviously, right, he's going to go back in. So now he does that, and he actually gets the ball. And I actually get ahead of him, right? Check this out. I get ahead of him, right? Stop it. I'm ahead of him, right? I get ahead of him. I already know what's going on. The game understands what's going on, but the algorithm, the algorithm is almost alive, damn near. How the way that they programmed it is almost alive, the way that it's able to respond to every situation. They've meticulously done that. That's why it almost seems to be alive. Now, he does that, and the game knows that I'm cutting him off. I'm going to stop him from scoring. He's not going to get a bucket if I'm on him, especially if CPU closes out at the same time. So now what happens? They force me, even though I'm running in a sprint, to stick by his side or to cut him off, to be in front of him. They force me to do what? To slow down. They force me to slow down, and what does that do? Now you see what's happening. When you see my man turn to the side, I'm not doing that. I can't really even control that like that. Right? My whole focus right now is to see to it that I stay in front of this man, because I know if I get behind him, most likely he's going to get a bucket, or I'm going to be forced to foul him even if I try to block it. So they force me to slow down, and right here, that's where you see me slowing down in order to allow him to get past me. This is all being done. They've programmed this in the game, right? This is all being done. It's all in the algorithm. They're forcing me to give him space, right? Even though I'm holding the turbo side by side with him, they make me slow down to give him, to basically relent, to give him some room to get the ball, get to the basket, catch it, and computer steps in. Obviously, you know what happens. Computer fouls him. And not only that, Kennard actually gets the bucket, right? He gets the bucket, obviously. Right, let's take it back one more time. Now, after I done broke it down, let's take it back another time and actually look at it all together. Trailing the whole way. I know what's finna happen. Unbelievable. Really not even unbelievable. But it goes to show you the lengths that they've gone through to try to make this game feel more competitive than what it actually is. The CPU sucks. They suck horribly. It's horrible how bad they suck. Right? You can beat them by 50, 100 points every single time, especially as long as you learn a few little methods or whatever the case may be. You can just relentlessly beat their ass all day. So they find it to be a necessity. It's absolutely necessary for them to do this, because either they're too lazy, or they're too incompetent to program computers to be good enough to actually compete. Once again, see, you would think that when he cut right there, that the computer would have passed the ball. You would think that he would have passed it right there, but I understood that they wouldn't. That's why I did not chase him immediately, because they didn't pass it to him, because what? They were afraid of the pass getting cut off by me or this guy right here. And even if that were to happen, if they were to get the ball to him, they understood this guy right here was in a great enough position to actually do something about it if he got the ball. I knew exactly what was going on, so I didn't do anything about it. But then he makes another cut. Let's take it back. And he makes another cut. This guy, he walks a bit away from him now, right? He gets a nice little ways away from him. So now when he cuts and they actually have a better angle to pass it to him. See, now they're not passing it from the 3-point line. They're passing it right next to him. It's a better angle now. So now what? But here's the thing, in order for them to get the ball to him, because I'm right next to him, they have to make me slow down in order to give him the ground, in order to give him the space that he needs to catch it without me cutting it off or without him passing it and throwing a damn ball into the back of my head or some shit, right? You can even see a slight moment where Kennard, right there where he slides ahead of me, right? Right there, he slides into position. That'll do it for this video. Peace.